and we'll roll the old printing press along. We'll roll the old printing press along. We'll roll the old printing press along, and we'll all hang out in kind. Well, a nice. Howdy, folks. It's Johan, your favorite little ink blob. Back at it today, apparently being usurped by Carsey. No, sorry, got distracted. I did not get everything perfectly set up, but now we're cruising. There we go. Welcome in, everyone. Welcome in, Carsey. Welcome in, Broccoli Man's little bro. I do recall you coming in with Hollow Knight. My brain also had you. Whoa. My brain also had you in associates you with Lingo, but I might be off base on that. But good to see you again. Welcome in, Robert. All that good stuff. I beat the titular Hollow Knight and got the ending I was looking for. I went back 1 point to try and clear the Arena of Fools and still have not done that, and took a bit of a look at some of the like boss rush stuff. I don't think those are things that I'm like super motivated to try, but might muck around a bit. I'm gonna go back to YouTube. All right. Well, hey, thanks for hanging out then, Carsey. Indeed. Yeah, we've been doing a little less streaming, a little more focus on doing pre-records over on the YouTube, but still chugging along doing some stuff. And thank you for the hydrate. Oh, nice. Who would that be, Carsey? But yes, also welcome in, Jammer. Welcome, Buck. Indeed. I figured not me, but I'm curious what kinds of people remind folks of me. It's a bit of self-knowledge. Has no one ever done that? Where sometimes someone will be like, oh, hey, you know, this person reminds me of you. It's like, oh, who is it? I want to look at that and see what you think of me. It's always funny because sometimes you're like, wow, this is great. I love this. Other times you go, I'm glad that person's having a good time, but man, I need to make some life changes. Alexa YT. All right. I will have to check him out and see what I can learn about myself. But enjoy. Thanks for popping in, and hope that you've got some good videos to kick back with. Making an Undertale mod. Oh dear. To what end? What if it is actually me? Well, ain't that the funky thing about being a PNG tuber? I could be anyone! Puzzle YouTuber. Ah. Well, I guess I am indeed apparently a puzzle streamer, so Oh, neat! Gotcha, okay. Made some music for it. Cool beans. Oh man, I still haven't listened to the new Silver album. New Silver Fillet. TGK? I guess the music is as TGK. What? Sad. Maybe you am I. Maybe me taking over the stream was real because you am is me. Yes. No, I'm this talented. I actually have a full separate set of arms that I can use to be typing, playing Celeste, and talking at the same time. True. Cakes a act. No. Oh, they have 200k subscribers. Yeah, they're a little larger than me. Sent on Discord. Nice. Proof that I'm not an evil twin acting as Broccoli Man's little bro. All right. I have. Yeah, I know. Now Johan is live. Just I have Twitch points. True fact. Here, we can listen to the Undertale music. Oh, wait, just clicking up. Wait, hold up. There we go. Pause that music. What chaos has Robert made? Okay, so you're using sounds from the Undertale stuff? Wow, That hurts my brain. It sounds like one of the songs just chopped up, basically. You did mischief, but your friends aren't online to show them. Uh-oh. Well, isn't that part of the beauty of online stuff, is you can send mischief asynchronously? Boop. That. Live mischief. This is fair. This is fair. Live mischief has some very good selling points. I don't know. I'm very much the kind of person, I love to like create some sort of gag and then send it so that they wake up to something chaotic. You can call me Little Brock, by the way. I've evolved a little. All right. Little Brock absolutely sounds like... It absolutely sounds like some sort of like SoundCloud rapper, but in my brain, I'm picturing it like Brock from Pokemon. So it's some sort of like Pokemon. I guess there is the Poke Rap, so maybe that's how the updates to it get made. Gaslighting a bit. Aha, I see. Getting a running jump for the second part. Yeah, the stationary jump has did not pan out how I had hoped. Teachers making bad decisions last minute, no warnings. Wahoo! Well, you'll be unhappy to know that such things are true no matter your stage of life, whether it's the teacher or your boss. There will always be someone making bad last minute decisions. Yay. Sorry that is happening right now, though. Figured out I can make a new Minecraft world, and then while it's loading, replace the files with an old world so I can fake making a new world, and from there I can do any mischief. Ah, I see. See, that reminds me an awful lot. Something that I would love to do as... Ooh, okay. Something that I would love to do as an art piece is host a website that publishes, like, some basic current news stuff. But, have it set so that when the web page is served, it basically randomly presents one of, like, 3 articles on the topic that each have, like, some sort of different slant or bias, and saves a cookie on the person's device to say which one they got served. So then when they send the link to someone new, it will give them a new random thing. So they're talking about the, air quotes, same article that is at the same link, but it's completely different content. Because I'm kind of genuinely surprised that we haven't seen more of that. I don't know, that's the type of stuff I think about. Oh man, I was like, man, there was something I was going to look at. I forgot to look more at 2FA, getting around 2FA stuff. You can use 10k Twitch points for me to check Discord. Yeah, so what that is we have a lot of folks that like to share things. We are more of a yapping stream than a game playing stream, but still like to try and keep a certain amount of continuity. But we've got, oh my god, every time. We've got a number of folks that like to chat about some unrelated stuff, which is great, because we're often talking about that. But, when it's like checking Discord, that kind of takes us out of the flow, so 10k points, I will check Discord immediately. If it was a worthwhile need to check this now rather than at an appropriate time throughout the stream, you get the points back. If not, the points go away. Hey, welcome in, Ollie. How's it going? Guessing they have, but there's some check in place, yeah. Just don't know what it is, because if it's so easy, someone has noticed. Probably. That's always the hope. But sometimes no. Actually, wait, I can pause. There we go, rather than holding down the stick. So exams were set this way. Today, physics exam about flux. Flux is... Oh, that's from moving magnetic field, right? Ugh. That measured in Teslas? It's been a while. Next week's Monday physics recover exam for people who failed the first trimester. What happened today? People from class who definitely studied and weren't just saving their own butts decided to ask the teacher to switch today's exam to Monday and mix the receiver exam with the final physics exam? Oh. Gotcha. So, ugh. Yeah. So, trying to basically bump it to give themselves more time to study, but making it more hellish for everyone else. The teacher said, yes, the people who have to recover now have to study wave functions and gravitational functions from first trimester. Blah. Also, it's not only changing the sea, but the entire world, you can change. Man, that sucks. People who have to recover now, understandably, very mad. Yeah, no, that's not great. Don't worry, little Brock. I've still got to get used to that. I read it. So you still listen anyways. If I would buy Pokemon cards, minimum of 10 euros. Oh, bleh. In any case, that's awful, Nobo. I hate when people are making plans for things and then something is, oh, well, this is a decision that's helpful to everyone, but it's decidedly not. Yeah, that sucks. If I would buy Pokemon cards, minimum of 10 euros, I have a chance to win a very expensive giveaway. Problem is that I don't have any money. Question is, do I sell my kidney and go to the event and buy Pokemon cards with a chance to get a prize, or do I not go? I mean, as someone who tends to be very risk averse, I'd be looking at like, what are your chances of winning that prize? Selling kidney is probably, I mean, that's a pretty steep ask, you know, but I don't know if there's someone's lawn you can go mow or something. Oh no. Okay. Furthest we've gotten though. Wait, so how do we deal with that? But you know, if there's some slightly lower intensity way of making the 10 euros, that might be more reasonable. Oh, do we? Oh, God. So we have to grab it and then jump over it? Awful, but I think so. Yep, climb, jump, let it break. Yeah. Oof. Okay. Oh, you're saying so actually ride it up, grab onto the left side, and then we can go over so we don't have to jump over it. Yeah. No, that's fair. Goodness. No, I figured that you would not actually sell your kidney, but... There's no loss, I just buy nice cards regardless of winning or not. Could do chores. Fair enough. Yeah, I mean, like, genuinely, doing some, like, doing a little extra work that's, comparatively, like, low effort, I enjoy doing that on occasion to, like, get myself a little treat. Dad, can I buy Pokemon cards? I'm 21. I mean, I never got any sort of allowance when I was a kid, so even up until, like, my teen years, that was kind of the deal I had. But I was also doing chores and just not receiving allowance, so it was a little less weird. But, yeah. Would I rather play all the spin levels, or play your Undertale mod? I mean, we've already played all the spin levels, so, like, I'm aware of that. I mean, realistically, I would probably rather play your Undertale mod just out of curiosity, but also right of refusal. They added camera to the halls. Oh, F that to high hell. Almost seems, like teachers didn't plan ahead of time how to schedule their exams, but surely they did plan everything ahead and it's not their fault for being incompetent. Yeah, no, definitely not. Seems like the only teacher that genuinely planned things was the chemistry one. He's the goat. Ayo. Yeah, no, cameras to the... I am big not... Me, who streams as a PNG tuber and intentionally tries to keep things very vague about where I live and such, I think, unsurprisingly, not a big fan of surveillance. Boop. Ah! I didn't get allowance either, but if I ask real nicely and do a chore or two, I might get lucky. You can't resist your puppy eyes. Yeah, no, that's like, I tried to clean up around the house, and while there wasn't, like, official allowance, it's like, oh, hey, I'd like to hop on down to the draft at the game store, play some Magic. And typically it would say, yeah, knock yourself out. Here's your entry fee. Boop. Okay. Woohoo! No! Oh, okay. So just normal jumps, but things improving. Ever since that horrible person became the principal, things have been going, yep. Just takes one bad person sometimes. Imagine having privacy. Your aunt gives you €5 each weekish. Okay. Yeah, no, that's literally did not receive allowance. And even then, like, I did receive, like, gift money, on, like, major holidays, but weird, little weirdo kid that I was, I put it all in a bank account that, was for a while earning interest and then stopped, but, like, goodness. Not the Michael Jackson aha moan? Wait, what? Pardon? I don't think I did a Michael Jackson impression. I haven't actually listened to a whole lot of Michael Jackson. I'm not a super big pop guy. But some Pokemon packs are rare because resellers and crypto dudes buy everything. They should put a max amount of products to buy here. Yeah, no, collectors are always a very interesting thing when it comes to, like, a collectible card game, right? Because, so, okay, I don't know Pokemon TCG very well. I know Magic. That is most of... Oh... No! Oh, no! I did dash. I just dashed too early, so I bounced off. Oh, wait, no, do you recharge the dash when you bounce off the heart? Is that what I missed? Oh, no! Oh, crap, okay. Well, I'm an idiot. Oh, man. That's absolutely heartbreaking. Yep, that is 100% warranted. Woof. Just let me collect my Pokedex cards, bro. I don't care about your chance of getting money. But for the expected value! That's how you got Corby? Oh my god. No, I don't remember, but I trust. But yeah, no, like, I don't know Pokemon, I do know Magic. I'd cry if I lost something over and over again and someone said skill. I'm the one who made the skill issue command, it's there for a reason. That's the skill issue command, so every time we get a skill issue, someone does the command and it says how many times we've had it. I mean, you're allowed to. True, it's not every time, but when it's a particularly heinous one. When it is truly, really and truly something that was just a skill issue. What? That's very on me. Over 100 is so scary. I mean, that's been going since, like, mid-June. Also, you have people like Robert who sometimes just use it, and I really need to come up with a minus skill issue command. Because sometimes it is simply used incorrectly. I asked the dad if I can have money for Pokemon cards while he's a bit drunk. Would that be theft of money? I mean, it depends on, like, the order of what we're talking here. If someone's lightly tipsy and it's small spending cash, no, I don't think so. If it's, hey dad, can you, like, write me into the will, or, hey dad, remember that, like, trust fund from 10 years ago? Can you, like, draw 10,000 bucks out of that while they're, like, blackout drunk? Yeah, I do think there's potential case for that, but, there's differences of magnitude. Alright, farewell, Carsey, enjoy the YouTube. Tried using Spotify the other day. Unless you have premium, I don't have premium, but I do still use Spotify. I actually kind of like that it auto shuffles for just, like, listening stuff in the background. I might get premium at some point, but I'm generally kind of chilling with free. True, Rain World does accumulate a lot. Wish we had 10 PPP, or like PowerPoints, or is Rain World a good game? Been thinking to play it possibly. So this is, yeah, so this is a chat that will absolutely support Rain World, but my general take on it, Rain World is a fantastic experience. As a game, it's a little tougher. Rain World does not hold your hand and throws you into a world where you are bottom of the food chain and don't really know exactly what your goal is. It has amazing lore that you have to figure out. I still need to do my little write-up on my thoughts. I've got so much of a backlog of stuff. But it's got some amazing lore to discover, but does not really tell you. It's got fantastic environments to just exist in, but if you're looking for a game that has narrative, story, and structure, if you're looking for a game that like you are setting out and you're accomplishing goals that it is set for you, it's not that. But yeah, no, very much unlike Hollow Knight. Hollow Knight is closer on that spectrum to a lot of games, but there's still like, I guess there's kind of like a flow and pattern in Hollow Knight that you don't get in Rain World. Rain World, it's literally you're getting tossed in. The white lines on the screen too fast. Oh, the wind, yeah. The Watcher releases next month. Gotcha. But yeah, I will say Rain World, super enjoyable. Just it is not in any way what I would consider a very typical game. It is very open world. You have to set your own goals. Yeah, it's not. I'm not so much warning about it being hard. It's just it's not very gamey in its gameness. But yes, no, about not being able to listen to the specific song you search for is frustrating, but that's what YouTube is for, in my opinion. I will say though, that is one of my pet peeves, is when friends are like, oh, listen to this new song, and they send a Spotify link. It's like, come on, man. I ain't paying for premium, so can you send me something I can actually listen to in full? As mechanics and rules and restrictions would fall more in the line with game conventions, Rain World has far less. Yeah, no, and it's almost... It's kind of like Minecraft doesn't... Even Minecraft is more gamey, but Minecraft doesn't have a strict goal per se, right? There is the end, but you can ignore that. I played Minecraft, most of the time I played Minecraft, I didn't even really know about the end, right? So I think there's a comparison to sort of be drawn there, but even then, Minecraft has tech trees and upgrades. You can get yourself into a better technological spot. Whereas Rain World, there's a few things you can find, but by and large, what you have at the start is what you've got at the end. Yeah, it's genuinely, it's a very cool game. Just, it is one that I always want to make sure people are aware. It is one that I would almost struggle to call a game. I've talked a lot before about how, I love the show Evangelion. It's a fantastic art piece and a terrible show. Because as far as following typical narrative structure of shows and whatnot, it doesn't really. It does a very poor job of it, doesn't explain a lot. As an overall piece of media to consume, it's great. Rain World, I think, is in a sort of similar thing of it is not standard, but it's still great. World Sim. Yeah, that's I think someone mentioned at one point the terrarium view where you can just watch the world interact. Still an amazing game with great mechanics, certainly. It's just it is hard to categorize. A simulator of how an actual animal would survive in the world where it rains. The only upgrades is your knowledge of creatures in the map. Yeah. Even has a safari mode that, yep. There we go. It's not that it's shit. It's that it's it is fundamentally different from pretty much any other type of thing that you would experience. So it's a lot of people. If I did not have people telling me about it, I would have gotten frustrated and given up because I would not have understood, because it's not leveraging the standard game conventions. Yeah. But that still doesn't necessarily make it bad. It's just, it's pitching you on something different than we tend to be used to as gamers. Yeah. And I mean, like, in the worst case, you can look stuff up or ask, but it is definitely one of those that's sort of best experienced just existing with, like, the barest hint of nudging if you're really getting stuck on, like, what in the world is this thing asking of me? Just happens that most games are designed with guardrails and signposting, yeah. Which is still, I find very funny, because a lot of that exists only to people who are sort of familiar with that language of games. Doesn't hold your hand, so if you want to get into it, but it seems unfair, you may need someone to hold your hand while you play, okay, for a bit until things click. Yeah. Or maybe just don't like the game. Yeah, no, like, for me, it was very critical having chat that could go, oh, hey, you know, have you tried leaving the starting area? Because I was trying to upgrade. Haha. Laughs in Rain World. Yes, indeed. Critachat. Chatical? Nah, critical chat. Laughs in Slugcat. And the bellman awaits the bottle. Boop, boop, boop. Whoa. Okay. No! Man. Yes, indeed, the Bellman command. Man, that's been a while. Ah. Boingy. 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 Ah, so that I can grab onto the side if necessary. Mayhap. Laughs in broccoli. Ooh! No! Yep. I don't know, it feels very strange to me to, like, perpetually hold grab, but Johan Iceberg when? Huh? Now too excited about the Pokemon card Day to Sleep. Aw. Man, I have not been that excited about something in a while. I'm glad. Glad for you. That was almost so smooth. Almost. Almost being the operative word. Boop. No, so... Oh, I was going to talk about that a little bit. So, like, yeah. Card games and such are, So, excitement, I remember, so, like, Magic has, like, pre-releases whenever a new set comes out, which are sort of before cards are sold in retail. You can go to, like, a local game store and get a pack that has, like, 6 booster packs, and then you open those and build a deck out of those 6 and play with folks. And it's super fun because most people, you know, are still getting used to the new cards. There's not a whole lot of expertise. So it's sort of a very, like, even playing field, and usually a very, like, casual, fun atmosphere. I used to love those so much. I would go to pretty much every one of those when I could. And then the occasional, like, draft. But before a pre-release, I always got so excited. I remember, like, coming up with, like, little chants for, like, what I was hoping to open. And just getting so hyped. Oh man, those were the days. But yeah, no, card games are very interesting. Anything that has collectible pieces, because, like, Magic, you've got casual players of a variety of formats. You have competitive players of a variety of formats. You have people who are, oh man, you've got people who are treating it as an investment hobby. You've got old enfranchised players. You have newer players that are trying to get a foot in the door, and it is a terrible, terrible act to have to juggle. And some of the things that they come up with to try and do it suck. Like, there's a whole thing about, like, there's a reserved list. So these are cards that they have promised, we will not print more of these, which alters the demand, which is great for collectors, because now those are quote-unquote stable assets. Problem being, some of those cards are actual good game pieces, so now, when those are getting jacked up to, like, over $100 for a piece of cardboard, people are kinda getting screwed, right? And yeah, it's a frustrating thing to try and juggle, and like right now, in my opinion, as a experienced in franchise player for a long time, they're doing a lot of stuff to try and bring in new players that I'm not a huge fan of. I was just talking to one of my friends who's recently started playing. Yay, awesome! About the new Final Fantasy cards. And they feel like cards from the unsets, which were sort of the joke sets, but now they're going to be standard legal. So it's just it's all kind of a thing. It's a tough act to juggle, but such is life. As long as you would be going left, if the wind weren't there, left-facing spikes won't kill you. Huh. So on a left-facing spike wall, you can just wall jump repeatedly inside the spike. Wonky. Okay. Played Cuphead and Hollow Knight. I'm now looking for some difficult game, so maybe I'll play Celeste or guess the End is Nigh. I did actually pick up End is Nigh as well. And I'm excited for that at some point. Still love having different language cards. Yes. Now I have Italian, Dutch, English, Italian, Japanese. Got super old, very loved and beaten IP from ones from your brother. Love them. Yay. Yeah, different language stuff is cool. All right. Good luck with the sleep, Carsey. Yes, an extremely funning room. Um, but yeah, no, I've picked up a number of things. Like we've got some good stuff. You just sped up the Johan conversations. Pardon? What? Huh? Oh god, yeah, I'll need to see what the Undertale mod stuff is. Good luck with the Sleep of Zero, right? Man, I got so tired. I got so tired, in, around, like, 8 PM yesterday. And then I realized, oh, it's because I'm sitting in my room with my lights off. I'm dumb. Turned on the lights, and then I, like, could not get myself to fall asleep until, like, 3 AM. But I did get some stuff done, which was good. Don't hold the jump for that long. Coded to kill you only if you're moving into the spikes. Saw Celeste. Oh, your family saw Celeste was free on the PS5. Neat. Move in the same direction where they're pointing. They can't hurt you. I think we have talked about this. So they're a bit like the carnivorous plants where you can like go in but not out. Yeah. I don't know. Game design is interesting, especially when you've got like physical pieces and are managing a lot of different oh man, a lot of different aspects to your player base. Boop. I've been watching a lot of Tabletop with Will Wheaton, some of those old episodes, because man, board games are great. I've not played Splunky 2. I did have Splunky on from like Xbox Games with Gold a while back, and I never really got into it. I've heard a lot of people really enjoy it. It just, I think I needed more explanation, and I was not engaged enough to be arsed to like go look up what some of the stuff did to like figure it out. Whew. Okay. 20 minutes after we really should have gotten it, but redemption. Phew. More complicated than literally while you're pressing left direction, you're fine. The reason it works is because when pushing you is kind of fake movement. So it's not necessarily as physics engaged. It's around 20 minutes. We got one attempt, and then now, or is that a time has flown because I'm so entertaining? Definitely. Thank you for the hydrate. Alrighty. Just a few deaths. Hey! Fewer than 500 deaths. You know what? I'll take it. Labyrinth. Turns out people keep making songs I like crazy, so your playlist is now 106 tracks. Nice. I need to go back. I a while back tried to like put all of the music I liked in Spotify. I'm sure I missed a lot. And a lot of the stuff I like just isn't on Spotify, but I think last I checked I was around 1,200 songs in my sort of like all told playlist. Brother has an old binder full with first edition Pokemon cards. Thing is, he played with them, loved them a lot. Only emotional value left. Yep. So really cool to look at a piece of history like that. Yeah, and that's I should send there's a guy that goes by Ristic Studies, which is a reference to a fairly beloathed magic card. Oh god, right, okay. Who does some really neat video essays, and one of them is on, like, using versus preserving things. It's technically more because two of them are full musicals OSTs. Gotcha. Hey, welcome in, Essie. Wrong method. Isn't having it with this room, so I just cheesed it by using tech, I see. Like so? Oh, wait. But I know I'm very bad about remembering to send stuff, but I will try and send that because I absolutely adore it. It's called God, From Gonti Loves Sophie or something along those lines. It's basically it's talking about like the nature of preservation that we tend to place a lot of like emphasis and value on preserving the value of stuff, especially in things especially in stuff like collectible card games. And he sort of likes to do a focal point on like one example, in this case someone who is building a deck specifically out of the like most damaged cards they can find. And it's absolutely lovely and has helped me be a lot better about using the nice things in my life. No clue what the intended for this room is. Yeah, Electrode, I am with you, but we'll figure something out. Her attack is called Eek. Jank wall bounces have video, lots of bouncing. It's honest. Is it? Oh wait. Oh goodness. I see. As long as you get your Pokedex collection together. Yeah. So I was trying to bounce in the wrong place. So what's the video of? Okay. Oh god, okay. We'll get the hang of it. Of this room? Oh, then yeah, we're not watching that until at the very least we've gone through this room, or if that's just intended for other folks. Alright. Thank you much, Lil Brock. Thanks for popping in, and best of luck. Including the entirety of Orger by Winter. Tomas, I don't know. A Dorito for luck, thank you. I actually have some weird taco Doritos as of this morning, so we love the lucky Dorito. Gotcha. You'll never know how to write broccoli and aioli. I think those were correct, or did you paste them? Pretty improvisable, yeah. the stolen Dorito. I mean, hey, you still put the Dorito into circulation in the chat, so I'm still given the aura of it. Speaking of that music, one has a chorus that is very hard to say. Oh, lemon melon cookie. Oh, Odolchina, which the comments have made me believe is about something very silly, even though it's not. Huh. Oh, yeah, no, aioli, you're right. It doesn't have the double L. Yeah, I think it's a, I think aioli is specifically a, like, I don't actually know. It is some sort of sauce, but I don't know what characterizes an aioli versus other things. You type broccoli from the guy with his name. Pretty sure it's like alioli. Aioli, yes. But yes, bye-bye. Garlic. Yes, I have seen it a lot with garlic, but I've always heard it called like a garlic aioli, so I'm assuming garlic is not inherent to it. My brain wants to say it's something to do with like oil, as like an oil-based sauce, but would just be called aioli pasta. Maybe? Hold up. Aioli sauce. Aioli is a rich and creamy, pungent flavored Mediterranean sauce or dip that originated in Catalonia, Spain. Okay, wait, no. I want Wikipedia. Aioli, alioli. A-L-L-I-O-L-I is a valid spelling of it, apparently. Is a cold sauce consisting of an emulsion of garlic and olive oil. So oil was involved, and I guess garlic. But yeah, I've always heard it as like a garlic aioli, so I figured that that wasn't intrinsic. One comment said something like, how I feel after saying Ohio to my Chinese friend and how I think the song about Miko and Tato just trying to beach. Wonky. Just literally oil and garlic. Gotcha. Like with fettuccine Alfredo. Alfredo isn't a pasta, it's the sauce that goes on. Yeah. Well, because fettuccine is the pasta. Yeah. And now, the quiz show we're apparently doing every seaside now. Why was that wall unspiked? Oi. Chai tea, Sahara Desert, yes. Garlic aioli. Love good redundancy department of redundancy. With good bread like baguette, yes. Wrong wall, okay. Ah! Come on. Come on! Okay. Oh! Oh, I understand. Hey! Well, that was very chill. Thank you for the follow, Polkadot. Welcome in. Watch me be very bad with pathing. Nope. They've done it. Yeah, it sure was a time, but we did fortunately get through it. I think our final time was like an hour 30, hour 40, somewhere in there. Now you're craving aioli. Dun dun dun. Bah. Yeah, I think 3C is still the one that has caused me the most pain so far. Lemon melon cookie, lemon melon. Wow. Yeah, no, I can see that. Wow. Alcohol-based aioli? Probably would want to like cook it out, but yeah, 3C was absolutely a time. Stuck on 7C? Gotcha. Have not seen it yet, but we're approaching. Give it another week or two. Redundant parts of redundancies are your most liked favorite type form of things. Gotcha, gotcha. Makes sense. Final room seems to be the toughest on pretty much all the seasides. Bah. Oh, sometimes I did get, I got pretty stuck on, was it 2C's first one? Yeah. It's typically final, but not always final. Yeah. That was... that was real bad. Okay, so... What? Can we actually fall enough there, or... Ah, okay. But still. Okay. Bam. yeah, like, I want to grab onto it, but... Farewell, beta. Nope. Yeah, I don't think it's doable from that angle, so am I just taking... Oh, you know what? I bet I'm just taking too long. I need to grab it and then, like, immediately go so that I'm getting, like, full jump distance. Yep. It's just talking that through. Boop. We got there. Now we just need to be able to do it. Beep. Boop. Beep boop. Nope. God damn. Ah. I need to grab it lower so that we don't run into the spikes by jumping immediately. Ooh. Now, this is the type of room that will drive me insane. But we'll see. Because we're going to struggle a lot on this first one, and we need to do it at least one more time. I'm guessing 2 more times. And it looks like it's just the same thing copy-pasted. Wah! Okay, nope. Bah! Wrong way? What? Don't look? Oh. No worries. Ah. No worries. Ba, 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 ba. That's the beauty of being able to just not have things enter my brain. I think part of it, I'm hitting the wounce too well sometimes. I'm either not hitting it, or I'm wouncing so effectively that I'm getting too much hang time. I need like a slightly bad wounce. Which is weird. Wounce, but not as good as that wounce. Okay. Okay. Yes, that is... it seems that a lot of people just portmanteau the 2 parts of the thing to describe it. Whoa. Okay. Bam. Nope. But hey, we got through 2 cycles 1 time. We just have to string through 3 cycles, which is a lot, but it's doable. Ah! No! No! Okay. Come on. Is a wave dash a wash? Or a wall jump a wump? If so, I love it. I don't think I've heard those, but those sound like things that people would absolutely say. Rot 13 because one of the alt Twitch players' drawbacks is lack of easy whisper access? Yeah, I may give that a listen later. Ah! Oh, true, there's supers and hypers people talk about, so probably not, but maybe generically you can get washed to stick. Okay. Point too low. Boingy? No! Don't worry, Polka Dot. You're in good company. I, too, am uneducated swine when it comes to Celeste. If it seems like not, it's because I have a very good counsel that sounds very educated. Bah. But, Yep, this is the type of one that just can absolutely take it out of you. Boop. Bam. Bam. No! God damn! So, I like to keep an English cover of songs that aren't in English on your playlist. Lemon Melon Cookie has an English cover, however, Orochina does not. Of course, I can just wait, but it has a Spanish cover, which is very convenient for people who speak Spanish. You. And me if I keep stuff up eventually. Hey, welcome in, Pug. I'll go. Falling into the endless abyss over and over will never get old. I'm glad. Sending Madeline into the abyss over and over may get old. Go good? Yay. Better than go bad. Just realize your phone is on 1%. Plug that in. Boop. You aren't watching that because it's not an endless abyss or something? True. Sometimes it is the spike. This room was really annoying. You know, Pug, funny you mentioned that. I'm starting to agree. Fortunately, we've only been at it for like 10-15 minutes, because we beat 4C, finally. But then she goes pop. Madeline, the balloon. Well, it is the type of thing that drains me way faster than, like, the wind one. I have a lot less frustration. This is just, you have to do the same thing 3 times in a row. So you're working hard to pull off something that, at least for me, is a struggle. And then you have to get lucky enough to chain that together another 3 times. And that can drive me insane. Got the wall dash, and then you need to bounce off the other block with the perfect height to not... Yeah. Yep. But yeah, I think the ones that are copy-paste drive me insane faster. I can read the lemon melon cookie thing without much problem. Nice. You did it. Now do it again. Yep. Wah. Blah. Because it's more... I think I get frustrated more quickly with that kind of thing than just one that's difficult enough that I'm having to grind it over and over again for hours, because it feels... Those, at least, it feels like there's a new challenge at each point, so it's like, okay, I've gotten the first one down, and now I can work on the second one, right? But then, with this, it's more... It's all the same thing, and it's endurance, right? It's being able to string it together multiple times. So it's... I guess, rather than presenting a new challenge, it's requiring you to gain a greater mastery of one challenge, which is not as much my speed. Can you actually say it as fast as in the song? Lemon Melon Cookie? I don't know how fast it is in the song. I played Gold in this literally yesterday because I was bored and I died in this room more than literally any of the others. Well, on the bright side, at least that's a front-loaded one, right? Pedantry? Never. Pedantry in this good Twitch chat? More likely than you think. Wait, I set the time. It does it per level, so it's showing because that's So the final time that it will show on this level, it doesn't start timing it until we've actually successfully passed this room. After that, any scraps get counted, but that's just, to my understanding, how it's always going to do it. True. It's nice, sort of smooth, a little jazzy. Okay. Wait, did we? Okay. Hell yeah. That was kind of getting lucky, but we'll take it. Yep, hardest room ever. Okay. Oh, no. No? No. No, 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 no. No? No. Can I refuse? Can I just end stream? We're good? Never again? Retire? It's really just to look cool. Fair. Uh-huh. The first stage, denial. Wait, so are these alternate routes? No. Or wait. Can we... They are, okay, because I'm like, we can... It's forcing me to go up. Okay, because I'm like, I bet you can go up and bounce, right? That's what it's trying for? I wanted to see if I can do that once. Yeah! Yo! Okay! That's neat. Yeah. Lots of chaos. Because it's amazing. Ha ha ha. Me when the path is split. Although, wait, is it really the same outcome? Because I don't think it is. Or wait, okay, no, let's look at this again. Because what I'm seeing here is wanting to bounce to go up there, but we have to dash out of the bubble, which doesn't recharge it. If you dash up, oh, so dash up left, but then hold down right. Oh, okay. So basically I can either front load the failure or back load the failure. Huh. Last room in Path of Pain, but worse. I have not done Path of Pain. That is something I would like to try at some point in Hollow Knight, I think. What? Okay. Miku singing in Spanish is a sight to behold? Or a sound to behear? You would not like to try it. I think I did just the teensiest bit of it at one point, and it seemed terrifying, but interesting. Nothing compared to Celeste. Most of what I remember is just that it was kind of... It's tough because you can't really take a break. You confuse you so much until you learn to just kind of ignore half of it. Just ignore either top or bottom. Blah. Okay. Yeah, I think that's more consistent. More consistent for me. Ah! If I had a nickel for every time I made a statement about something being easier or better, and then immediately died, I'd have a lot of nickels. If I had a nickel for every time that happened, I'd have way more than the ad revenue I get off Twitch. But yes, no, holding left immediately does indeed seem to play. Bah.
No! No! Yeah. Boop, 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 boop. I have enough trouble doing the, not accidentally doing a diagonal. This is gonna be interesting to bounce with the instant left, yeah. But wop wop. Wop wop. Turn. Ah! I'm great with bubbles. Definitely. No problems here. No siree. So, okay. So I can successfully grab the block we're supposed to bounce off of. It's funny, I keep executing the bounce to go on the first path because I'm mentally prepared for the second bounce. Boop, boop. Sucks teeth and annoyance. Boop, boop. Boop, 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 boop. Womp, 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 womp. Okay. If we can get... That's always the thing, right? Of, like, doing it the first time is always the toughest, because there's part of you that says, I simply cannot do this. Once you've done it at least once, even if it takes you 100 tries to get it again, you at least know that it can be done. Life is sour, life is sweet, but it always tastes complete. Hatsune Miku. Oh, what is it? This is reminding me of some other song that sort of talks about that kind of concept of, like, needing to taste all the flavors of life for it to be balanced. Oh, hey! Look at what we were talking about? Okay, this is doable. Almost all the seasides have super horizontal final rooms, but 6C is an exception. Oh, goodness. Well, didn't we have verticality hell in the other one, or was that not... Or was that not the final room? I just remember a verticality hell recently. Wow. Now we're doing it. Like, wow, I'm so good at this game! And now I'm dead. Yay! Yep. Look, Ma, I'm doing it! I'm dying over and over again, but I'm getting better. Well, hey! Are you winning, son? Define winning. Isn't 4C update my title I'm scamming my viewers? I suppose. Welcome in, Diamond. But we wear it as a badge. This way we know we did 4C today. 4C plus 1, yes. Watch me scream at the bubbles. 4C plus 1. Actually, wouldn't it be 4C plus C would be the correct way to make it 5C, right? Because otherwise 4C plus 1 you can't simplify. Gotta have it be a mathematically correct expression, right? Mathematical. There we go. Boop. We here on the Johan channel take our mathematical expressions very seriously. Bop, bop, bop. Yeah. Hope it is going well, Diamond. Wow. No. Wow. Been reminded that I'm still on the last room of 7D, so I should try and beat that. Soon it'll be 4C plus 2C. Hopefully. We'll see. That would be neat. If we can actually get through these in less than a standard 2-hour stream. Whoa! Or C+. Oh, actually, no, you're right. It's not redo anymore. Thank you. Bum 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 ba-dum bum. Took a nap and now you're wide awake. Yay! Alertness, crazy. It's literally redo. It's repeat. I believe it's just the French for it, which I've often seen used for like movies or shows because it's fancier. Players are deliberately allowed to take either path based on whichever they like more. And I'm varying it up because I can't decide. Bum 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 bum. Ah, okay. The most efficient path. Confirmed French? Yep, definitely. Well, you know what else would help me read French? Not saying it. It was quite fun. I was doing some Sporkle the other night with a friend, and one of the things that we did, one of the things we did was reading the names of South American countries. Or no, it wasn't South American. It was just countries in the Americas in Greek, which is funny because I don't know Greek, but I know the Cyrillic alphabet from trying to learn Russian at one point well enough that I was able to read it because there's a lot of overlap because of, you know, both the writing system stemming from the Orthodox Church, which is why a lot of the world uses the Latin alphabet. So, I don't know, that was just kind of fun. It's like, oh, I barely speak a lick of Russian, but I can read it well enough that I can kind of stumble through an adjacent writing system to figure it out. I don't know. I enjoy that. I enjoy that kind of thing with language, and I'm currently trying to work on learning Hangul. I knew it a little bit better at one point, but I would like, Korean is a language I would really like to learn, especially, I think I mentioned it the other stream. Recently came across a guy who messes around with the Flipper Zero, which is sort of like a pen testing tool, and has been using it to get broadcast, or no, he hasn't been using it, but in similar veins, was using it to pick up on broadcasts of North Korean news networks. Wait, oh man. Okay, but we're chugging. Which I find fascinating because that's a country that obviously a lot of the Western world doesn't have a whole lot of insight to. I've tried to watch what I've been able to get my hands on of actual content from within the country because it's interesting. But I don't know Korean enough to really understand the broadcast, so it would be fun to at least get a little bit more. Am I holding the jump? Am I holding jump after bounce? I am sometimes. It kind of seems. I do indeed have a Discord server. Boop, boop, boop. Bam. And there we go. Boop, boop, boop. It does have a 10-minute wait period just because we've hung out with a number of folks who have had like 4chan raids and such. But I figure that that's usually not too big of a thing and gives us response time if something bad happens. Wow, that is wonky to see, Pitta. Pretty sick though. It feels a lot like when you see someone who's done like a really neat bit of like long exposure photography. Boom, boom, boom. No. Boing, boing, boing. Ah, sadness. But yeah, no. Currently chugging along on trying to learn Spanish. If I keep up at the current rate, I think I'll be able to tackle an A1 examination at the probably before I stream again Monday, maybe like by next Wednesday's stream. I'm still struggling with a number of the grammatical concepts, but we're working on it. It's helping me learn how to learn language. Keep chugging along with that, seeing what I can do. And then after that, don't know where I'll move next. Probably my next goal after that would probably be trying to get somewhere around like B1 in Japanese. just because I have a number of friends interested in that, and that's one I've got a little bit of knowledge of currently. And after that, don't know where next, but I would like to know basic conversational amount of a wide variety of languages, so that I've just got like a little bit of a springboard for being able to engage with more content from different places. Funny thing, I've decided how the Zertis part of my name is actually said. And all of you have been saying it wrong because it's pronounced in Spanish. Ah, I see. Boop, boop, boop. I don't actually know how the Z is pronounced in Spanish differently, because I don't have an ear for that. Oh my god, we grabbed there, I bet. Oh, I'm a goof. OMG, Japanese diamond reference? Crazy. I'm aware, but I like to try to understand when I'm saying things incorrectly. Boop. I did actually just the other day, one of my friends is I don't think they're actually married, but I kind of think of them as married just about. But one of my friends, their longtime partner is no. Is a what I have always pronounced as Tamil speaker from India, but I was told it's more of a sort of like a soft th, so or I guess hard th, so hum, and the last, it's not an L, but it's more of like a swallowed R, so like tum, but apparently the swallowed R is basically one of the hardest sounds for native English speakers to produce, so I'll at least count calling it Tamil an upgrade. Oh right, yes, not a K or S. It's I've always heard that as like that's more of a like mainland Spain as opposed to like Latin Spanish, because like I have heard a lot more like Latin American speakers, so like I've always heard it as like cerveza for beer, but I know that it's more of like like cerveza is closer, I think, but I have a lot more trouble with that. I don't know if that was even in the ballpark. That is it? Okay. And so the Z is pronounced the same way. Yeah. Well, it's like we obviously have, but yeah, it's much gentler. It's genuinely it's very similar to an English speaker who has a lisp, I think. Well, technically, yeah, because I was gonna say, because like I'm gonna try again. Cerveza. Like, why would that not just be spelled with the same letter twice, probably? Nobothurtis? Oh god. Nobothurtis? Something along those lines? I'm guessing that's being way overpronounced, but... Woohoo! Okay. Oh, man! Man. We're doing something. This is actually great, though, because having someone who natively speaks Spanish tell me how I'm doing it wrong. Hell yeah. Z cannot be used with either E or I vowels. Ah, gotcha. So, okay. So even though it's phonetically the same, or even though the sound is the same, it is spelled differently for it. It's a bit like, I know teeniest tiniest bit of Irish, and they've got, I believe it's keel la keel, lahan la lahan. It's broad with broad, slender with slender. I almost said lachris with lachris, which I think means bathroom with bathroom. But so like the spelling of the name so like Saoirse, right? Like the anime, Kill la Kill, no. Keel la Keel, Caol. Bathroom with bathroom, yeah. But so like that spelling, Saoirse, right? I know that's one that a lot of people are like, why the hell is it spelled that way? Because the AO is a diphthong that sounds like I, or E, I should say. So it's an E sound. But you'll note, like, why is there an I there? The I there is just for spelling consistency, because it tells you the I and E are slender vowels, and then all others are broad vowels. So if you don't have the I there, you don't know how to pronounce the S, because the broad and slender modify the pronunciation of the consonants between them. So because the S is surrounded by two, and it's only certain consonants get modified, but because the S is surrounded by slender ones, it gives the sh sound as opposed to sa. So if it was like S-A-O-R-S-O, that would be Searso, I believe. But yeah, so tis interesting. Hey, welcome in, Scappy. Well, meowdy there. Meowdy to you as well. It is perfect timing. How's it going? Just bopping along on 5C. Thank you much. But 5C and talking language. We've had some interesting topics. I'm remembering aioli is one of our other big topics for the day. Aioli and language. What's there not to love? Okay. Bam. Bam. Man. Aioli, yes. I forget why, but someone was just talking about... I think, oh right, it was because someone had trouble spelling both broccoli and aioli, and then we started talking like, what is aioli? And had lovely little educational bit there. Orthography, And also be dying in 7D constantly, yes. Got some play-alongs of much tougher things. Screw it, I'm not making new letters. This is, I think, quite reasonable. Don't make new letters. Make new, oh god, what are they called? What is the individual, just, I guess, characters? I was thinking, like, do it for, do like a syllabary, so that way they're technically not letters. How to make words. Wah. DNA. The NASA is the name of the language. Yes. Wah. Krumpat? That like a crumpet? Yeah, I don't know. I feel like Krumpet just sounds like someone with a very thick accent of unknown origin trying to say crumpet, which I really like. Yeah, no, it's I believe this is a discussion of the Nagahisa, which is a not language but cipher question mark that Nobo has made that other people were starting to figure out the rules for, but my understanding of it still pretty much just extends to Stades Waitus means goodbye. Need to leave soon for an errand, so hope that 4C plus C goes well for me. Thank me much? Yes, thank me. No, thank you much. Hope that the errand goes well, that you accomplish your goals, and are not stressed out by adulting. What? No. Gotcha. Okay, so it's being used to generate a language. Neato. At what point, I guess the real question is, at what point will that be a language provided on Duolingo that I can get a certificate in? Because that is obviously the main marker of authentic language, right? Spelling that is wildly different from pronunciation. Oh, great. DNA? Tudanasa? Oh, no. Oh, dear. DNA. Spelling Danasa is how you would say it. Yes. Hey, welcome in, quote. Glad you're here before it's perfect comedic timing with dang it. How goes? Ayo mayo. Boop. Boing. Aha! Okay. No! But still, progress. I don't know, did stream die? I don't think so. It goes? Fair enough. Boing. waiting for at least one other person to confirm that I am not speaking to the void. Before I, at the very least, type in chat and say, don't think so. Because I am mildly worried about it. Did not die? Okay. Non-answers are your favorite kind of answer? Yes. Gives people plenty to chew on. As I am still somewhat worried about stuff. It's died down, but like I was not seeing any sort of like wind predictions for today. And then like 10 minutes before I started streaming, we got a massive burst. Like, we might encounter some difficulties depending. Because I mean they were some big gusts. I've got some big trees by the house, which I like big trees. Big old trees are nice. They make me happy. But also, every time there's a windstorm, I go, oh no. Because, like, they sway, which is good. I would rather that they bend than break, but also, sometimes they sway a lot. And I know that trees can get uprooted in addition to breaking, so always just a little, a skosh nervous. I almost said ein bisschen nervig, but that's... Nervig is annoying in German rather than nervous. I don't know if I know the German word for nervous. It's funny, talking about language. Well, Johann, you seem to actually know a tiny bit of German. Why don't you do more of that, you ask? Because I took it in school and built a bad foundation for it. I would like to revisit it at some point, but my grammar is kind of so atrocious because I've been using it without an understanding of the grammar for such a long time that I'd rather start on something fresh. Like your house is built out of bricks and mortar, not like paper and air? Yeah. That is indeed nice. That also would, I feel like the paper and air would be the worst of the three little pigs to have a house built as. I think the house, it's not quite paper, but it, you know, is probably more similar to that than brick and mortar. I've done a little research into house construction because I realized, like, I don't actually know how modern houses are constructed, and it's both more and less solid than I'd like. There's a lot of things that way, where it's like, oh, that's actually better than I thought it was, and oh my god, that's way worse than I thought it was. No. There's a very lovely, I think I've talked about it a bit before, but if anyone is really interested in, like, 17 to 1800s, like, culture, or specifically European culture, there's a really nice, I guess, really specifically it's American culture, but also draws on a lot of, basically, Western culture. There we go. There's a lovely channel called Townsend's, that does a lot of, like, 16 through 1800, colonial American cooking, and has branched out into some more like bushcraft and such. And they actually have like a plot of land where they built from scratch a log cabin, based on looking at some of the examples around. And it's just, I don't know, I find it very neat to see how a lot of that stuff goes together. So that's probably actually the most knowledge I have about house construction, is watching someone build a log cabin. Also, I just realized I've been ignoring one particular Denagihisa rule. It's why hi is hadi and not hahi. Hey, welcome in, Alyssa. Glad you're still alive. I figured you were. I saw evidence of your life on Monday, or actually, I guess it could have been in the past, but there was a Mario Maker level that Zesty Lemon was playing, that you were the only person to have beaten. I was like, that's right. Alyssa is alive, or at least was alive at some point. So, glad you're alive. I'm glad that you're glad to be alive, or at least like being alive. So, oh my god, always. Goodness. Oop. But, glad to have you. The Lily archive file? Yeah. Oh, did you find it? You're the only victor in many levels in Mario. I kind of figured. The only person who is insane enough to really just grind through and skilled enough to actually make it work. I had this Lily archive file with all Lily links to all versions. I thought it lost. You found it. Yay! He also won 20 Australian dollars by getting the record on his level. Nice. Hey. Love good Australian and Canadian dollars. Shout out to all of those currencies that are called dollars, but people forget about because of USD. There's this American movie trope where people will get so angry they punch a hole through a wall, and it took me a while to figure out that that was the thing that... Oh, yeah! No, 100%. I've seen that a number of times. I've seen people, like, post pictures of... I've often seen it from, like, dorm rooms, people are saying, where it's, like, it's usually, like, especially cheap stuff, but I think that could probably happen, and looking how a lot of houses are made in, like, US and Canada, it's pretty... Yeah, drywall is not as tough as one might think. But I think it doesn't actually have the last version. Huh. Let's say Australian dollars isn't as much as I thought it would be. How it's holding 3 copper coins, yeah. Indeed. What? Wait, actually, so, okay. Brain context. So, AUD to USD. Oh, wow, okay. That is worse than when I've checked on it other times. So, 0.63 US dollars? Canadian is only... I don't know, Canadian's doing a fair bit better. 0.7. And then New Zealand? New Zealand is also 0.57. Okay. Ah, another cheap viewers. Cheap viewers on Stream... Wow, they really like streamboo.com now. Intriguing. Boop, 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 boop. Ban, starving, atheist. Boop. Away with ye. Hey, I'm Dutch. Johan already has the cheapest viewer. Oi. Yeah, the bots are back. We were kind of missing them for a while, but now, you know, we get the occasional little trickle. Oh, trust some people will do it even with a cement wall? Man, that's hard to do, though, to actually get that much force. I mean, like, throwing things at it, potentially. But throwing, like, a sledgehammer. Man, I've always wanted to use a sledgehammer on concrete. That just looks like fun. But as I've heard it said, it's fun for the first 3 swings, and then everything after, you're too exhausted. Ah, love cement. Great for when you're dehydrated. Oh, certainly. I mean, hey. Give a man a drink of water, he drinks for a moment. Give a man a drink of cement, he drinks for life. No, the wall's unbothered. Their hand out. Yes. Yeah. I mean, I have seen that it does not even need to be cement. That can even be on very, very thin, like, drywall. Turns out, skin is not the strongest of things, funnily enough. Boop. Ah. Boing. No. Oh, it's also, I do find it funny. I've been, for some reason, Alyssa, saying that you're Dutch was just reminding me. I've been getting back into Age of Empires 3 with some friends recently. Picked up the definitive edition, which still, it hurts my soul that I have now purchased Age of Empires 3 3 times. Once on disc, once on Steam, and now the definitive edition on Steam. But I was a big player of the Dutch Civ because I like the econ, but I've been moving over to the Japanese Civ. So I'm sorry, my love for the Dutch has gotten less. It's very rude. I'm terrible. Skin isn't that weak. I mean, it holds all your yummy insights together. This message has been brought to you by cannibalism. I mean, the thing is, it doesn't hold them together in a very, like, a balloon can hold a whole lot of stuff in it until it pops. So, you know, we're really just sort of a walking balloon of soup when you think about it. That's what the 3 stands for in the title. Buy it 3 times? Oi. I mean, maybe. Have you ever heard of a game called Clock Tower? I have not. Are we there yet? Unfortunately, no, Essie. We are not there. Or, sorry. Are we there yet? Wait, no, that just sounds weird. We are neither there yet nor there wet. We are still very dry on our way. Soup, but soup is open. Or more like a calzone or a burrito. But calzone and burrito will not, like... Those might ooze, but they wouldn't really, like, splorch when opened. So, are we more of... Are there a lot of... Are we like a fruit? That... Oh, no! I don't think there's a lot of foods that behave that way. It's a survival horror point-and-click adventure game for the SNES. Ah, interesting. Are we having the universe lasagna soup talk again? Well, no, just more taxonomically, like... Human being... the inside of human being a fairly, like, soupy substance. And then skin being a fairly weak vessel for it. What to compare that to. I mean, if you stab a human, they would ooze, and if you were to shoot a burrito with a gun, it would pop and explode. No, that is fair. I guess... Yeah, I guess humans are still on the oozier side. I will concede that humans are calzone. I do always love having a brief little conversation like that and watching the viewer count tick up to like 14 and then rapidly drop down. Never spend too much time looking at the viewer count, but I do find that really funny, which is part of why I leave it on to just look at sometimes. Join stream. Humans and calzones. Leave stream. Exactly. I can't blame them, but in fairness, I think that's a very good filter. It lets people know what they're in for. Recently, I've discovered a port for modern platforms has been released like a few months ago, and when I was watching a trailer, I heard a familiar voice and freaked out. Oh, was it? Oh, wait, no. I was like, oh, was it for this game? Or I'm guessing it's going to be for so either the person who made it or something along those lines that you recognize. It was Mary Elizabeth McGlynn, the woman who sings pretty much every Silent Hill song that has vocals. Gotcha. Oh, fascinating. Oh, what? Ah, I thought I had grabbed that. But neat! It's fun when folks that you recognize from something pop up. I really enjoy. I actually ended up finding out about I really enjoy a band called Neutral Milk Hotel, and they've got, a lot of their members went on to form a band called Nana Grizzle, which I found out because of, basically there was a album that was made by some sort of, like, US political science podcast that was trying to have a whole bunch of artists make a song for every amendment of the US Constitution. And me being the weirdo that I am, listened to the 7th Amendment song, which is, like, one of the... Like, look, I don't know every US amendment, guys, right? But I do know... I like the weird things, because, like, the first 10 are considered, like, very important, because those were very early and enshrine a lot of deeply important things in American law. But the number 7 is about the right to a jury in a civil case, which doesn't really get used a whole lot, so I'm like, oh, listen to that one. And it was Nana Grizzle. I'm like, that sounds like Neutral Milk Hotel. Oh my god, it's the people from Neutral Milk Hotel, which was So good, so wonky. I love little stuff like that. So awesome. Glad that it's the Silent Hill gal. Game was very buggy mess on SNES. The new port is very pleasant to play by comparison. Nice. Okay, but if I were to put a hot dog sausage in a blender and throw it in an old stale hard bun, it is now a taco. I mean, yeah, pretty much. Remind me of something funny that that shows just how much you played The Witness. Okay. Man, I would not want to be a platformer character controlled by Johan. Infinite Limbo, right? I'm just putting Madeline into a meat grinder, unfortunately, which sucks, because I like Madeline a lot. She's a lovely little character whose story I've enjoyed following. What? Ah! Man, we'll see. I'm willing to push this a little longer than I was planning, but I do have things I need to get to. But I really want to beat 5C today. That would be awesome to chug through the ending of 4C and all of 5C in one go. I was looking through random games and was watching one of the trailers and got jump scared because in the game, when they walked on the catwalk, it was the same footsteps and sound as The Witness and you noticed it. Gotcha, you're so used to it. Peeksin, welcome Tesla Coil. Meetalin! Hopefully we can see Madeline is more than just Meetalin. It was just, ah, that sound. Or sorry, ah! No, I can't. I'm not willing to be loud enough to really get the right read on that. But yeah, it's like, oh, I know it! Super Meetalin? And then you ended up forgetting the game, so wahoo. Yeah, no, can't relate to doing something like that. Ha 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 ha. No, I'm happy to be alive, but feel like I should be doing more with my life? You know, I've actually had kind of similar feelings, recently, which is good. That's progress for me. Because, man, feeling glad to be alive is sometimes a tough feeling to capture. And, like, talking about then, like, the genuine... I had a very, like coming-of-age movie moment a few months ago, where I was driving in the car that I have purchased to my job, which is part-time, but in an industry that I'm interested in. And I had gotten good sleep and had a social event later in the day. And I just felt, like, happy and like life was moving again, and I actually, like, shouted in my car to no one in particular, just to myself, just like, yo! That was great. That's very nice. It's nice to have moments like that. Stand-up comedy, though. Another good pivot. Fun one to do on the side. I actually did look into being like a stand-up comic for a while. I realized I'm not the kind of person that can really do a prepared show. A lot of my humor, I think, tends to be more observational. And while I could probably construct something, I don't think it would pan out as well. It would feel very forced. But that's part of why I was like, oh, streaming's like a kind of nice dip my toe into the water at the very least, like trying to entertain in some way, shape, or form. So, hells yeah. Yeah, I think it's very easy to like be satisfied and then immediately want to like do something more with it. But like, I don't know. If you're feeling happy, still push yourself, but like, don't worry about it too much. I think the point is to enjoy. 5C is fun to pound out, but so hard to learn. Interesting. I can see that. Of like, when you're saying learn as in like, learn it well enough to be able to, for example, get a golden berry. Whereas just like, going for it, and just, come on, can we roll well? Boop. Reminded you of this Drawfee a bit. Oh, man, Drawfee, I've got a friend who's really into Drawfee and occasionally sends me clips, and I feel like I should watch more. Boop. They've got fun vibes. Oh, no! I'm getting good enough to get there more consistently, but I'm still choking a whole lot on that one. Drawfee's the best. Hells yeah. I was in school, right? Just sitting in class doing my thing when my mom walked in with your lunch. Man, I was so embarrassed. 5 second silence. So, what's the deal with Baba food? Ha 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 ha! Good old canned laughter. Yeah. I don't actually sit down and, like, watch a whole lot of, like, just comedians. I think the only comedian where I've sat down and, like, watched full shows, that there have been a number where, like, folks have said, oh, I think this is a really good comedy special, you should go watch it. Like, I mean, I watched Bo Burnham's Inside, like, I'm guessing a lot of people. And it was pretty decent. I liked a lot of it. But George Carlin is the comedian that I think I've most frequently just been like, I need to sit down, I need to watch this man do a set. I enjoy his style and commentary a lot. Baba food, am I right? I find it kind of funny how it's going for me playing 5C is mirroring how it's going for you playing 7D. Gotcha. Bah! I don't like watching shows with a laugh track. Those shows are so old you're probably listening to dead people laughing. Also true. But I don't know, I almost find that interesting. Seinfeld. You know what? I actually watched... I had never seen an episode of Seinfeld in its entirety until, God, when was that? I think it might have been Monday night. It's either, like, Sunday or Monday. My uncle had, like, a couple of episodes that he thought I should watch, so watched one of them. It was not terrible. Wasn't great. I'm utterly fascinated that it is a long-running and popular show. But it's not my jam, but I applaud the success. Jan was the person that knew a lot about history without ever having studied anything with history. Well, I never had, like, I had basically the mandatory history courses, and then in college I took one additional history class, but yes. Boop. Believe you've watched all of Seinfeld? You like it? Nice. It's the one episode I saw, like, I would need to watch more to properly judge it, I guess. But it was an episode that my uncle was like, this will absolutely be up your alley. It was, it's part of how I can tell it didn't make a huge impact is I'm struggling to fully remember. It was, the main plot, I think, was, it was half about a movie that everyone really thought was, like, absolutely lovely, and the gal, like, having a lot of trouble in her, like, social interactions because she didn't like the movie, but everyone else did. And then, there was also, oh, what's his name? Kramer, I think? I think it was Kramer, was trying to, like, import some Cuban immigrants to roll cigars for him, but they ended up being Dominican. It's just, I don't know, they found a way to sort of stitch it all together in the end, but I'm like, if this was something that was meant to be tailored to my sense of humor, I suspect that at the very least, that was not a correct call on my uncle's part. You remember that episode vaguely? Yeah. So it's like, that is so far the only one I've watched in full. If that's fairly representative of it, I don't think it's for me, and I'm kind of surprised that it managed, but, like, I don't know, that's one episode, right? Shows of a laugh track just kind of feel like, we did the joke, laugh now, Forrest. Yeah. Which, I don't, like, sometimes I'm in the mood for that, but yes, I don't think there's any of them where I'm going like, oh yeah, this is a show that other folks need to watch if it has a laugh track. A lot of, I mean, that's just generally speaking sitcoms, and there's not a huge number of sitcoms that I'm like, yes, this is something. Sitcoms are kind of like, that is something to have in the background kind of stuff. The Contest is a good one, okay. Oh! No, you know what? That's not entirely true. I did, the episode about Festivus. I did watch that one, and that one is that is fantastic. But I also get the impression that that is like a huge standout kind of thing of like almost everyone seems to at least be like vaguely familiar with that. Don't really like history, and that's fair. I think we've talked about that, Alyssa. But I don't know. I find it interesting knowing just about people in the past. You got halfway. Nice. A piece of cheese fell down from the sky yesterday? Wonky. Like, someone who died in 2018 won't ever know what a COVID is or how impactful it was. Same with people in the 1800s and internet. It makes me realize that after I die, humanity will keep evolving and there will be so many things I will never fathom. I just want to live in the now and appreciate what we have. Well, and that's, absolutely. I think living in the now is a very good thing. But at least for me, I also find a certain amount of connection with how similar in a lot of ways life was a few hundred years ago and how a lot of problems we're facing, they're the same things that things change, but things stay the same. And I find that very interesting in how we can kind of apply that to living in the moment. You got blueberried with cheese. Yeah, actually, hold up. Did you figure out where the cheese came from, or is it truly just a mystery? Got halfway in one room, oh god. When you conjugate a verb, is when you do like ing, ed, and other stuff to change its tense and things, right? I believe so, because yeah, like I'm learning verb conjugation in Spanish, and like yo tengo is one conjugation, it's the personal conjugation. El tiene or el tiene, and then tú tienes, right? That's the third person and the second person conjugations of them. And then you've also got like the tenéis and tenemos for like the plural cases and such. Yeah. So yeah, that you are correct. That is the conjugations kind of thing. Or no, so right, so not the ing and ed. Sorry. See, I am bad with the terms. Well, actually, no, it can be, because that's for conjugating, past tense is ed, and then ing is present, I believe? No birds above you, nothing. There was a plane all the way up, so maybe someone flushed it down the toilet and fell beside. I don't think it would just be a piece of cheese, then. That's why I said what I'm doing mirrors what you're doing. Fair enough. Both the final room. I have, you have, he, she has. And then they have. Yeah, is the tenéis and then tenemos. You think Spanish conjugations are hard? Wait till you see. No, as I remember, you showed me at one point just the sheer number of them. Present continuous or gerund is saying. Okay. I like Spanish. El gato. Actually, I know. Isn't dog? Oh, right, perro. El perro. I was thinking cane, but that's just Latin, is like cane gave him. dos cervezas, por favor. That's Nova was working with me to try and help me get how to do the C sound. Absolutely failing to get the crystal and jumping to his death is pure comedy. Oi. El Dago. 2 beers, please. Indeed. No. Copa de vino, por favor. Oop. I do love a lot of language learning apps will start you off like ordering in cafes and whatnot. I'm like, I don't go to cafes where I live. Spring below where I failed? Wait, what? There's a spring. Oh my god, there is a spring. That's really good to know. Thank you for pointing that out. Uno cerveza, por favor, is a Dutch song, actually? Really? Huh? Johan Blind? Yes. Strikes again. I do like I know it's me being blind, but I'm thinking of it as like a bird watching blind. It's a Johann blind for observing a Johann. That's kind of what chat is in a lot of ways. Is that what Twitch is? Is Twitch... Could we not think of it as like you're going and following particular streamers and like engaging with them, but you've just got a whole bunch of streamers in their natural habitat and you're getting to peek in on them? It's like, how is this fine specimen of a Johann doing today? Oh goodness, it's actually making progress in Celeste. We haven't seen this behavior since 1989. Incredibly impressive. Sort of, but also just one of those cutesy things you can put in there that you can save yourself on if you're super clever or fast enough, but mostly you'll spend more time trying to use it. Fair. Oh no, oh right, Renee Karst was like, so I assume Renee Karst is the artiste. No! You honestly missed it when you did this. It's funny because as soon as you said that, I had like the vague notion that I'd spotted one, but I just never like clocked it. I genuinely wonder if I spotted it, kind of went, oh, that's a thing, but was busy talking and just did not spot again. 2 new retrograde inverse puzzle ideas, but I'm not sure how to properly execute them yet. But hey, exciting. More for folks to chew on. I like to think watching Twitch is walking around in a zoo, a rare specimen of ink that is capable of gaming. Yeah, that's similar energy of just like, oh, we're getting to see folks little peeks in on the exhibit. There we go. I really enjoy people watching, although I mostly tend to do that. Okay, come on. No! I wonder if I should actually idle there, basically, and try and grab the second crystal so that I can align myself better. Ah. Bacon has something to do with one of them. Francis Bacon. Or Delicious Bacon. Or why not both? Boop. I'm sure there's probably like a single word out there somewhere that, I don't know, let's be real, it's probably some sort of German compound word, but for like that kind of the like, I guess, loneliness of like watching a crowd or watching another life, but I really enjoy people watching, especially just like in my neighborhood, going for a walk and like catching a glimpse of someone in their home watching television. And I know maybe that sounds a little bit creepy, but like, you know, I'm not trying to like observe, oh, you know, they're watching General Hospital this episode and they do it at this time, let's make notes. But it's just like, oh, there's someone watching TV. I could be at home watching TV, but I'm out walking and catching a glimpse of it. And I don't know, there's a sort of, it's not like a very... no, okay, I don't think idling's the move there. But there's a existential loneliness that comes with that, I think, of just like experiencing and being aware of other separate existences from your own and sort of the parallelism of it. I don't know, I enjoy the feeling, but I'd really like a word that just sort of encapsulates it. But that's why I like the people watching a lot of times. Sometimes it's also just fun seeing like what funky stuff folks are doing, but that's more for like at an airport where people are especially funky. Nope, too early. Oh! Damn it, we hit it, but I wasn't expecting to. Other one is null. Okay, Bacon Cipher. Basically B-binary, but so almost certainly something else. Reminds me of a guy that actually got arrested here for sitting at a public child's play park without bringing any children of his own. He was just sitting there observing in his own free time and the police got called on him? That's... like... I understand to a certain extent, because that is behavior that a number of people conduct with, like, intent to kidnap and such. But also, like... I guess, I think there's definitely, like, the social that is something that's a little strange to do with, like, kids, but I could also see someone, like, I could see legitimate reasons of, like, someone who couldn't have kids of their own just, like, wanting to still experience some of that. So, that sucks. That sucks to get arrested if that was all that was going on. I can understand why, but yeah, I don't know. It's just, it's sometimes nice to see people want an excuse to use a transposition cipher because it was the first cipher I learned about. Thanks, Vern. Yes. To the center of the earth. It's for every we've gotten the movie version of that in a couple of times since you mentioned that quote, and every time I'm shelving it, I'm like, oh, journey to the center of the earth. Boat loves that. No! Come on, we're so close. We can do it. I believe. I believe in Steve, which, for the purposes of this stream, refers to Johan. Boop. I mean, if that's the only layer, I could very easily see other things being mixed in so that the transposition cipher is just an extra layer of obfuscation. Nagahisa as a cipher is probably almost uncrackable by normal methods because you made all the rules. And yet, people seem to be making some decent headway with it. Portuguese, there's the indicative, subjunctive, imperative, infinitive. Just indicative by itself subdivides into present, past, imperfect, past more than perfect, future of the present, future of the past, each of those having 6 separate conjugations relating to number and person. Ugh. Yeah, that's, I believe you guys have had me look up the chart before, and it's like, nah. Oh dear. Yes, I did see, and that's, we'll see, I still have not confirmed that I can do a Saturday stream, but I would like to, so I will try and get that hashed out a bit more. There's just a couple of things up in the air. Because I'm recognizing, like, I did have to call out of work sick last week for one of the days, because I'm not, like, super unwell, but I think I'm just kind of stressed from a number of the things that I'm working on right now. And I'm, like, right at that cusp where you just sort of, like, keep, like, going in and out of probably being too unwell to do a whole lot of stuff, so I'm trying to take it easy, but just rambling was my favorite fruit. I do want to read the ramble, though. You like Bawala banana? I don't know, my favorite fruit, it varies a little bit. Like, grapefruits are something that I often view as, like, a special treat. I think, like, I'm most consistently down for apple, which is maybe a little boring. I like lychee fruit a lot, and I think grapefruit are sort of my, like, two, like, those are things I look forward to when I get them. It's also a polyalphabetic substitution cipher, though. Whoa. Oh, right, the Zodiac message. Because wasn't the big issue with that, right, it was polyalphabetic so that it wasn't just like it varied throughout, and then didn't he make a mistake with it, which they only caught because, like, one of the attempts at doing it from the software was really close to readable, and they went, oh my god, he done effed up is the way to sort of explain that. My word for liking zoos because I like seeing animals entrapped. Like, there's these lions who have been living in this small space their whole life. This space is all they know, completely unaware there's yummy zebras just 100 meters to the left of them. Such a simple little life, ignorant about how large the universe really is. I can kind of see that. Like, I think it makes me and a number of folks melancholy, because a lot of times, like, that's not a super great environment for them. To be clear, I have also spoken to a number of folks who, like, have worked at local zoos that are, like, engaging in breeding programs that are to help actually, like, keep a species around that would not be alive. Also because of humans. So it's not the best, but it's also, like, better than going completely extinct. So, like, obviously, yeah, right, there's zoos and such, and like keeping animals trapped is not like a super ideal thing. But I can understand a little bit the like, it's an interesting thing to ponder, having such a sort of small existence. Yeah, I don't know. I don't think it's something I can necessarily claim to like enjoy, but it's certainly interesting to think about. And I will say, I think what that does for me more is just sort of think about how big or small my existence is. Like, how much have I traveled? I've been fortunate enough to travel a number of places in my life, which is nice. It's helped give me a broader range of experience, but at the same time, in my day-to-day, I don't actually go a whole lot of places. So I kind of choose to be in an oversimplified environment in a lot of ways. So, I don't know. It is certainly an interesting thought. That's a really good way of hiding a cipher. Mistakes. Yes! That's why it was super difficult, I believe. Nagahisa is a substitution cipher, but how you substitute is fun. Yay! Okay. I'm gonna try and give this, like, a little bit of a last serious push, but if it ain't happening, it ain't happening. Ingis. Okay. Bam, bam, bam. Oh. Boop, 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 boop. Okay. Bam. Nope. Oh, I should have... What if I grab? What if I grab the column? Or can I not grab the column? I should keep that in mind. But that might be a way to make that more doable. Homophonic substitution cipher. Okay. Polyalphabetic is something different. I remember that basically the character could map to multiple different... A character in the cipher could map to more than one thing in the plaintext. Is most of what I remember, and that I believe somewhere in there was an error in it that was part of what was making stuff so difficult. Boop, 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 boop. Homophonic is a horrible name to describe what it is. So, because homophonic means same sound, right? Who here knows a bit about Geometry Dash lore? Not me. I did not know Geometry Dash really had lore. Oh, man. It's just word scramble? Yeah? T could also be T, could also be, actually blanking on stuff, but homographic. Because same written thing. Nagahis also has this thing where the position of the letter can matter, or rather that the letters before a letter can affect how it's substituted. Yeah. You thought it was something else entirely. Oh dear. Oh. Search that. It's also a bad name. Homographic. Bam. I do want to look at these. We'll probably do that as like a wind down, whether we beat this or not. Yeah, no, apparently not. Like I did not know that there was lore to be had in a game that is about levels that you play as a square. Just call it a multi-keyed cipher. Polygraphic because you use multiple different characters for the same letter? Like that was... yeah? That would make sense. Probably ramble on about Geometry Dash for 24 hours straight. I believe you. I just didn't know that you could ramble about Geometry Dash lore for that long. If that makes sense. Like, I know people who could ramble about chess for a very long time. I don't think that they could ramble about chess lore, because there's not really a whole lot of lore to chess. Ramble about The Witness for 24 hours straight? I very much believe that. Geometry Dash has many lore. Huh. I didn't done been new. There we go. No! But, okay. I think we finally understand a mission there at the very least. Second wind, come on. Let's go. Oh. Become an unskippable cutscene. Uh-oh. This so happens to be your favorite cipher, excluding the one I created for yourself or your puzzles. Fair. Polyalphatic cipher is what the Vignere cipher is, by the way. Ah. So that's because Vignere cipher is it's the Caesar cipher but with the keywords. So that yes, okay, yeah, that makes sense because it also has the like multi-mapping. Basically, the game's creator loves trolling the community. Technically, it is lore that the 33rd Geometry Dash cube is transgender. What is gender to a cube? This is not a thing I'd considered. Yeah. In the first place, first off, they have something along those lines to relate to. Secondly, they have the ability to relate to their existence. The cube identified itself. Huh. Is this the only cube that is capable of any form of self-identification? It is one of 6 cubes with gender. Huh. This is fascinating. Do the cubes perform any form of gendered role in their society? Is there a cube society? Can a cube society? I guess cubes would be pretty good at building one, crash. Cube RobTop, these games' creator himself uses is RobTop gender. Okay. But then is the cube... Oh, but you said only the one cube actually identifies itself, because that cube does not identify itself in any way, because it simply is an extension of the creator. Lack of a W in the cipher message is a really unfortunate coincidence. Is an evil puzzle. I was gonna say, I don't think it's an even puzzle because it seems quite odd, but crash. Boop, 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 boop. No, that was way too low. Come on. Come on. Cube with gender dysphoria because it got bullied a lot in Geometry Dash school for liking the color pink. Aw. And decided to torture itself for 555 years by playing Kinos until they beat it. Huh. No. Fascinating. So is this like just written lore that RobTop makes for fun, or are there ways to find this out in the game itself? Yeah, that was our question, ProHuman. Also, welcome in. We're trying to do sort of a last little push here, because I think I finally figured out how to do the last rooms, but I'm also kind of hitting my limit for the day. But we'll see. But I'm starting to lose it. Oh, thought Playfair was the typo. Ah. spam. Okay. Wapow. Wapow. Okay. 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 Okay, come on. Oh my god! Oh my goodness! That's way easier when you realize you can cling on to the doors. Got the piss heart. Yeah. 2 in 1 stream. Oh! Yes, we sailed 2 seas in 1 stream. Obviously not a reference to anything else. No, I had not gotten that, but a slow clap. Man, I'm really sad that we didn't die 4 more times. Man, like, oh, that would have been so good. But nice. Okay. So next time we'll be sailing the sixth sea. 7C, which we've heard is apparently quite painful. 8C. And then farewell. Whew. Yeah, but then it's not organic, Nobo. You know, it's gotta be natural. Alright. Farewell, Jammer. And I also will have to go here. Because that was a little longer than expected, but we did it! Exciting! Amazing! You can go in and die right now. Nobo 2025. Goodness. Wormhond Satanist confirmed? I think I've talked about that before. Like, if forced to, like, identify with something, the Satanic Temple seems pretty decent overall. It's fairly in alignment with my, hey, individuals matter and try to treat each other decently. And on that note, thank you all for watching. This has been quite lovely. We made it through 2 things. We had some good chats. I now know more about Aeolian language. Hope that y'all had a fun time hanging out. Let's, I should take a quick look. Who's live right now? Shifujin. All right, let's go check out. Oh, Backpack Hero. I've seen ads for that. I'm not sure how I feel about inventory management made into a game, since it's typically my least favorite part of them. But yeah, thank you for hanging out. We'll go say hi, and I hope that y'all have a fantastic rest of your day. But for now, I must bid you adieu. Bye.
Oh, the work was fun, but the wages low. Leave her, Johann, leave her. I guess it's time for us to go, and it's time for us to leave her.